And here they all come. Hello, Bumblebee. Sorry. Hello, Noisy Geese. Hello, Cuthbert. You're out early this morning. Well done. Hello, Cece. Hello, Owen. Wow, what was that about?
Hi, congratulations on winning this month's 11 Second Club. This looks really awesome. Really good job on this. My name is Nicole Herr. I am a freelance senior character animator currently working with Walt Disney Imagineering. Things that you'll have seen that have come out that I've worked on the most recent Lion King, Jungle Book, Guardians of the Galaxy, Open Season, Surf's Up, Titanic, Space Jam. Lots of different films over the last 23 years. If you are interested in finding out more about me, please go to www.nicoleherr.com. All right, let's take a look at this. This looks really fun, and I want to congratulate you on doing a really good job. I love that you went with traditional animation on this. So let's take a look at this. It's really fun. Cool. I like that pause. Yeah, I love that. I love that. So a lot of really fun things going on in here. I like that you have the character getting up. You're utilizing your space for your bulldog. That's really cool. The reaction here, he gets up, the reaction that the chicken has coming up, nice overlap in there. All right, so things that I think that could actually really enhance the animation that you've got here. Just little tiny things. Like here when the character's talking to the chicken in the background. So he says, hello, Casper. When he says Casper, like right in there, let's make this brush a little bit smaller. Cool. When he says Casper, what I would recommend doing is just pushing the lips forward just a little bit. And the reason for that is so that what you end up getting is you end up getting a little bit more of that R shape going, which right now you get a little bit of it, but it feels a lot like the jaw is pivoting. So if you could get in there and add in just a little bit more of the sound on the Casper, you could get just a little bit stronger of a when he's like Casper, just a little bit. And what that'll do is it'll give him a little bit stronger of an overall sense of the phonemes that are in there. And I can see here that you're willing to have that ooh sound come, but when he's yelling Casper, getting that a little bit more of that corners forward would really help with that. You're out early this morning. So, and then on the M here, I'd hold this just a little bit. Hold that M sound, just because it's a plosive. So if you can hold that just a couple frames longer, it makes it stronger. It makes your dialogue reads just a little stronger. And I know that with going in and doing the traditional animation things, getting in there and really making it really read well is ultimately the thing that you want to have happen. Just like with a computer, you want to really get in there and really make that pop. So, because morning you're losing some of that impact on the M sound because you're not holding it. Just a couple frames. And then here, what was that about? His body right here, 377, his body just dies and you throw in some blinking. But what you can always do is, and this is a trick that we do in the computer world too, is to help showcase and keep animating these two animals that have walked off frame. So these two ducks have walked off frame beautifully, by the way. to help really showcase where they're going and to keep your character alive, and even to keep them alive even though they're not on screen, you actually animate him, the dog, as though he is continuing that action. So he's continuing watching them. The duck, after it walks off, if you have him turn his head and just, keep moving, like he's still talking to them and they're walking away, and you keep talking to them and turning, and you've got that extra life, what you're ending up doing is you're ending up keeping not just him alive, but all the characters off screen alive. All right, so what I would recommend doing at the very end, because you've got, quite a few frames, it's 406 here, you've got basically from frame 377 to the end. So you've got 30 frames, depending on if you're animating 24 or 30 frames per second. You've got over a second of basically dead air with this dog that you could go in and keep alive, not just him, but also the characters walking off screen. So I would definitely keep that going, It just keeps him alive just a little more. And by the way, this is probably my favorite spot here, where he's going in before you have the audio going. He's going in and scratching. I think you could really push this stuff. So he's coming in, leg comes up. This is really cool. But what I'd love to see happen is to here, I'm going to draw this jowl in. I can onion skin it. Okay. So like here, as he's pulling back, I'd love to see this jowl just really get some, you're going traditional. You can really play with this. So if you have that jowl really push far, you could go in and have a lot more fun with it by allowing the character to just really, he's pushed and you're adding in that nice squash and stretch. So like even here, let me erase that. So like even here, you could go in and really squish that up and really have some fun with it and allow him the chance to really get in and drag and add some overlap in there. So you could really play with it. Now I haven't drawn it in perfectly, but you get that idea where it's like you do the scratch, and what would be great would just be this extra overlap going, and then when the foot comes in, it compresses in, so you get that nice squash and a good stretch as it's being really shoved out. So really getting in there and playing. And I know you're limited on your frames, but I think that you could go in and play just a little bit more with that overall squash and stretch on that scratching section. It's a beautifully timed in moment, but I'd love to see it just be pushed just a little bit more. And something to really watch out for just in general is tangenting lines. So like here, see how the jowl and the paw are right up against each other? Try to avoid that. Give yourself either a little bit of negative space right in between, or put a little bit of overlap on it. So either allow yourself a little bit of negative space or allow a little bit more of an overlap. And what that'll do is that'll help really give your character just a little bit more separation, make it feel a little bit more like it's got that, and I'm going to draw the negative space. So you could either do that or you could do that. All right, where you get one or the other. But it just helps add a little bit more dimensionality to your character. Right, I love this pause. It's nice. Maybe a little tiny eye dart in there. Little things that just help keep adding just a little bit more life to your shot. And the chicken is beautiful. It's really nicely done. I love all the feather work. It's really nice. He comes down. I squash him down just a little. You're playing with traditional animation. You can get away with a lot more. So like here, you could squash him down just a little bit more And that gives you that nice squash in relation to the stretch that you've got here. Because remember, the thing that's going to make your animation really pop is that beautiful squash and stretch that you can really push when you're animating traditionally. So yeah, this is really fun. You did a really, really nice job on it. And I love the little squash and stretch you've got on the bird here as he pops back. That's nice. Might put a little tiny bit of a bounce when he lands. You know, just keep him young, keep him fun. But overall, I really like what you've done on the animation. I like the mom going, hey, don't touch my kid. It's just a really, really fun little sweet animation. And you should be very proud of yourself for what you've done in here. So really, really good job. I'm excited to see what you do in the future. But this is really, really nicely done. So very good job. Congratulations again. I love seeing that you did traditional animation. And congratulations on winning this month's 11 Second Club.